different, and this ain't.
Stop the world, let me off. I don't like this destination. I like a transfer to the express line. I gotta get off. Electric slide into the devil doors of life. Things are changing and it ain't the way I like. On the replay, wish I could get a replay. Don't mean to hold ya, but I wanna do over. Gas up the ship, shoot me a text and let me know when it is time. I wanna get off, I wanna get off. 1 star, would not recommend that we go far from here. I wanna get off, I wanna get off. Stop the world.
A music podcast for the culture. Wow, wow, thoughts.
What's up, everybody? Who are y'all? We had to do a special. Look at this. Look at Mars Cheese. Episode, Super Bowl post wrap up show, so we could talk about everything that we heard and saw in the Super Bowl halftime show specifically, because I know Stephanie and Shannon and a few people was like, "Yo, we can't wait till Wednesday." My homegirl Pandora, she was like, "Y'all can't wait till Wednesday. Y'all gotta go on a day and talk about it." So we had to jump on real quick and talk about it. First, let me get y'all initial reactions. How did y'all feel about the performance? Go ahead, Rex.
I mean, beautiful, man. Like I said, from start to jump, just you got Uncle Sam in there. You got both his exes in there. I wouldn't even want to come outside no more. You on stage in front of billions of people. And mind you, they are at home watching billions and billions of people. Bro, you can't tell me nobody was watching this shit. Drake seen this shit. There's no way you didn't see this shit, nigga. You seen it. So I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, before we get into it, Lil Red, a grade of A through F. What did you grade it?
I would say A plus plus plus.
Oh,
right
A
on
plus,
top.
plus. Okay. Now your turn, Mars. Give me your initial thoughts before we do the deep dive.
I was happy. I was very happy. After getting over the initial shock of everything that was going on, I was like, and then analyzing and thinking everything through, I was very happy and I was pleased. Like that little motherfucker stays on demon time.
For sure, was a lot of stuff going on that was on demon time. Like
The nice
for
chain he
sure.
had on.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool.
Motherfuckers working in the cameras.
Hey, so for me, I get.
Damn. Drake got to his internet.
Basically.
Dave looking crazy frozen like that.
Yeah. Drake said, "No, you ain't talking, nigga."
All right, for me, I feel like I graded on kind of a sliding curve, and rock with me now. I give it a B.
Mm-hmm.
I gave the show a B, but then he also gets an A.
Why did you give the show a B?
So I gave the show a B if I'm comparing it to all the other all-time great halftime shows.
See, I knew you were going to go there, so I was ready for you.
If I'm comparing to all the other great halftime shows, I give it a B. But as a hip-hop standalone show at the Super Bowl, I give that an A. if
Yeah.
that makes sense, right? Like to perform that kind of show at the Super Bowl with his breath control, his stage presence, the way he commanded and did what he had to do, because I know how hard it is to rap in something that big and do that many words, because he has a lot of words in a lot of his songs. So from a technical standpoint, Chef's Kiss, he gets an A. And as a rap show, I think that's probably the biggest rap show ever in regards to the magnitude of what he did and how he did it. But if I have to do a one-to-one comparison to like Usher, Michael Jackson, those Beyonce, I think he gets a B only in comparison. But as a rap hip hop show, he gets an A. And another reason I like, a lot of people was like they wanted more, like they want, I think probably like more pyrotechnics and all that. But I think the minimal version of what he did actually made his show more powerful. Like the minimalist of it, I think it made you focus on what he was doing and what was going on stage. Because I don't know if y'all remember when The Weeknd did the halftime show, it was fireworks everywhere. It was something going on the whole time, and it felt a little not cluttered, but
wasn't he walking through like little mirrors and shit?
yeah, he walked through mirrors. Yeah, and it really felt like chaotic, I guess.
Right.
Didn't feel chaotic at all. This actually felt very poignant, very, you know what I'm saying? Like very measured. I thought the show was very, very measured. And I thought that was something that was really, really dope about it. But so that's why I gave it a B in comparison and an A as a hip hop show at the Super Bowl.
Okay, I can respect the fact where you're coming from a B. This is where I'm going to help turn your B into an A. Would you say that this was different compared to any other show, any other past Super Bowls?
Almost, but it was very close to Rihanna's.
Okay. Do you realize that the past Super Bowls have basically been like a nostalgic tour where they were doing like a catalog of hits and whatnot?
Yeah.
His is the first where he revealed a new song, performed a new song. He also was telling a story within his performance. There was a lot of subliminal messages that were actually done speaking to his core fans. At the same time, I would say he had, if not equal, but perhaps some of the best choreography with his dancers. I can't remember another Super Bowl performance. Rihanna. Yeah, Rihanna had a very good choreography. I think Beyonce had very good choreography.
I feel like y'all forgetting someone. I mean, a performance.
His choreography was up there. The other aspect of it is that the motherfucker was beyond petty, and we loved it. But it was a rap performance as opposed from start to finish from what it is that we've seen in other performances. There were no hooks. It was straight bars from start to finish.
Okay,
I
wait.
agree.
So
I
wait,
agree.
wait.
Go ahead, Lil Ray.
So the love ain't got so Super Bowl ain't got love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, but that was.
So the Super Bowl ain't got love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Well, I think that's so. I would say this. I wouldn't too much compare it to Dre and Snoop, because that was like 1 verse 20. If you look at it like that, like it's like that was Dre, Snoop, 50, M. I think that's a different comparison than just like Kendrick by itself, Michael by itself, Rihanna by itself. I think it's a little different to compare those in that manner, because Dre's was an all-star. His was a whole all-star event. Dre's entire joint was an all-star event of people, coming together. So I think it's a little different to compare Kendrick by itself, because even Kendrick was part of that show. So it's a little different to compare Kendrick by himself to the all-star lineup of Dr. Dre and his whole lineup, basically his whole legacy. You know what I mean? But so I will say this. I think we got that, to me, was a show that was from the mind of a Pulitzer Prize.
Right.
You feel me? Like that was a very sophisticated show. That was the Pulitzer side of him, and
Mm.
I appreciated that, right? Like that was like the poet side, and that's
Right.
why I think a lot of stuff was understated. Yeah, Pandora, Kenny smoked the 2022 performance as well, but I think that was we got. So if you watch the show, to me, Mars, he wanted you to understand the storytelling part of it because we know how important that is in all his
Wait,
shows.
wait, stop. Right. I agree with you, but I also want to add in. Remember the Super Bowl guidelines.
Yeah,
Everything that he was able to do within the Super Bowl guidelines.
and I think he did every bit of it too.
Right. And at the same time, challenged it by utilizing Sam Jackson's Uncle Sam. Because remember the notation is like, oh, he was like basically like, oh, you got to keep it good, don't keep it ghetto. Okay,
Yeah, don't
do do what
don't mess
do
this
what
up.
do what
Don't mess
everything
this
wants.
up.
Everybody wants those, those friendly, pop, chorus songs and whatnot. And the songs in which he did were also songs that actually challenge you to embrace, unity, black love, et cetera, with a couple of sneak disses in between. But yeah.
Well, I've taken all that into consideration too, Mars. Right, like when he came out and he started, and like I said, it started out really very understated because I know he was trying to tell the story and make sure you heard his lyrics. I think that was very important to him. He wanted to make sure you heard what he was saying because he
Mhm.
was very clear and concise. Like I said, the breath control was crazy. It was amazing. I give it up for all of that. But he did start it off a little slow. And I know that was on purpose. But when you're at the Super Bowl, you can't start slow.
Right.
Agreed? So he started off, but it started a little slow. And again, like I said, I get that he's telling a story. It's his
Mhm.
messaging. Because to me, the Super Bowl show felt more like an art installation than a performance, which is dope. You know what I mean? Like it really felt more like an art installation. But I feel like once he got to Euphoria, it revved up.
Mhm.
And then he's talking to an audience of one. You know what I mean? At that point, like I think it revved up after Euphoria because going into the SZA song and then going into All the Stars, I thought that was a dope change of pace. And then
Mhm.
after All the Stars, when he just goes to finish Drake off, basically after All the Stars, it was like kill shot time for Drake going from Not Like Us. And I like the way he directly, spoke to, oh, they like to sue. You know what I mean? Like I like the way he directly acknowledged
My
that. That
favorite
was smart.
song.
Yeah, it was a smart way to do it. It was kind of dope and it felt a little theatric, which I thought was dope. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And then once he goes into Not Like Us for real, and because everybody had been wondering, like, how is he gonna do it? Is he
Mhm.
gonna sing it? The whole time everybody, like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do one verse? Is he gonna skip over that verse because it's the NFL? And he was smart the way he did it because basically he let the crowd say the PDF file word, but
Right.
when he says say Drake and look right into that camera, dog, that's the moment I said, "Oh, it's over." It like that's the moment the diabolicalness of that and Serena Crip walking with his other ex-girlfriend SZA singing with him. Like it
Mhm.
was so much petty going on that stage, dog. And by the time he finished, but like I said, to say Drake, that moment right there
That
was
was right.
crazy. Yeah, that moment was like.
I wouldn't
By
come
the way,
outside.
Pandora said, by the way, Humble just hit double diamond, first rap
Yeah.
song to do it. He made
Damn.
all kinds of history this past. That's crazy. That's 20 million, right?
Yep.
20 million on a single is nuts, yo.
That's insane.
20 million on a single is nuts. But yeah, so that's what I mean. It's like, and also we know because
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of people complaining like, oh, it was boring or this or that. A lot of that show wasn't for y'all. A lot of that show wasn't for the mainstream. A lot of that show was to a very specific audience, and
Mhm.
I commend him for not wavering on that and speaking to like, no, this is for y'all. This is for y'all because everybody wanted him to do like a real middle America show.
Right.
That nigga
He should have
Kevin
did some
Durant
more of
made me
his like
mad.
usual. Yeah, he should did some of his hits, like the stuff that everybody know. I was like, you know what? I think he did that on purpose because this was the blackest halftime Super Bowl show ever.
But what's interesting that you say that is like, the comments of people saying, say the hits in which everybody knows, the songs in which he did are on the Billboard Top 10. So it's like, so what metric are you using? Is it like people that quote unquote say they're Kendrick fans or just joining, you didn't listen. You weren't there for Good Kid, Mad City. You
Look,
weren't
Mark,
there for
this is
to,
street
Ben-
lovers.
to Pimp a Butterfly. You joined probably with Damn. You hated on good Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and you got involved with the whole beef situation.
I mean, I agree with you, bro. Like, I agree. I'm just telling you what some of the commentary I've seen.
No, I saw some of the commentary, and I was thinking about
A lot of what we would call what the non-melanated people are really bad because I feel like they felt like they weren't included.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like they this wasn't for them, and they felt like I've seen that this was a DEI show, which I'm like, y'all just want to say this was a nigga show, so just say it. Use the hard ER, like you know what I'm saying? Like they want to say this was a DEI show, this, that, and the third. I didn't, you know, but I feel like because they weren't included, they really got pissed, and I know they felt that indictment with him making the American flag out of black people. And I want to bring this up. This is something that to me I think has not gone acknowledged enough. The amount of black male representation he had on the stage with him, but also they were masculine presenting, and even like the choreography was masculine. I thought that was intentional, and I thought that was very dope, and I just want to acknowledge that and point that out.
Well, I saw it and I agree with you. Yes, he also, and what's interesting too, is that when he was doing the Motown, well, I forgot what it's called, Dame. You know, with the background singers where they're like not lip syncing, but they're making the sounds.
The doo-wop, like the doo-wop piece. Yeah.
That background was also his paying homage to the Hot Boys.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I
I saw that because they had the gold teeth. They was looking like New Orleans boys. Yeah, it was because they weren't included and they understand the indictment against them. I agree. Shannon said yes. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, like I think because he was talking to such a specific audience, I think sadly, I think a lot of black people even missed it. Like this was for y'all. You know what I mean? And this wasn't just entertainment. He even said it though. He said the revolution will be televised, but y'all at the right time, but y'all picked the wrong guy.
Wrong guy.
You know what I mean? And basically the whole Samuel L. Jackson basically saying behave, Negro. That's what his whole part was. You know, like behave.
It's
Like
Uncle Sam. Did y'all not catch it?
You know what I'm saying? So so those are the things that I was like, you know, I thought he did a lot of symbolic stuff, but he also did a lot of straightforward in your face stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, like him standing in the middle of American flag and be humble. And to me, I think the red, white, and blue not only represented red, white, and blue of America, but I also think it represented the Crips, Bloods, and peace. You know what I'm saying? In the neighborhoods. And one thing that's tough about the Super Bowl show, bro, a lot of that stuff that's choreographed is made for wide shots. So you can see everything going on. That's one thing I think the camera people did a better job in Rihanna's show was getting those wide shots so you could see what all those dancers was turning into and all the formations. I think they did a lot of close-ups on Kendrick. And when they did those close-ups, I think we was missing a lot of stuff that was actually going on the stage with the red, white, and blue and the separation and how they was coming together and how they was fighting. And when one shot that they actually did catch, when I was like, I had to watch it a couple times when hide the Bible, what do you say?
Hide the Bible.
Hide the Bible.
If God was watching.
And then all their bodies drop like chalk outlines.
No, I didn't see that.
Go back and watch. When he says that line, beat your ass and hide the body of God, watch Bible, God, watch, they all drop like, and it looked like a bunch of chalk outlines the way they drop. And they got a nice wide shot of that. So I feel like some of the stuff is made by the choreographer, some of the stuff is made for the stadium, and some of the stuff is made for the TV audience. And I feel like we missed some of the stuff that was for the stadium that probably was important to the story as the TV audience because they had to do a lot of close-ups. You know what I mean? But like even the slick way that he went in the formation on all the stars where they was all going around that circle, I thought that was super dope and it was super clean. Like I said, it's very simple choreography, but it's really clean. And another thing that was super slick was just the whole setup, how he set up the whole stage like a PlayStation control. It actually looked like Lil Red's
Yeah.
board right here. Yeah, like he set up the stage, he set up the stage like a PlayStation
Like a
control.
PlayStation
Further
controller, yeah.
cementing when he said it's game
And then
over.
at the end of it, it said game over. So if y'all did not catch none of that shit, is crazy, bro. That's
But
Well, I think
go then.
that was a lot. It was a
Mhm.
lot going on. It was a lot to catch. It was a lot of layers. Like I said, it was a lot up front. But again, like I said, I feel like we got to watch like real art. We was watching an
Mm.
art installation as opposed to just your average Super Bowl performance. And I think some of the people who were disappointed was expecting an average Super Bowl performance of just the hits with dancers, pyrotechnics, the fun stuff, you know. But I think because he was a little more introspective in his show, and he was a little more like, hey, I got something to say. I think that's what caught some people off guard. Like I said, to me, it started off a little slow, but I understand as a performer too how you got to rev up in a show that big. Because if you come out hot, like if y'all watch the Usher show, and if you're an Usher fan, you'll realize that Usher, as dope as he was, Usher wasn't dancing hard as he usually does in his concerts and his live shows. Because
he
you
was
on
skating
that
around
stage,
and shit at
he
the
skate,
end.
yeah, he had to pace himself. You have to really pace yourself because one, in a stadium that big, it's really hard to hear yourself. Two, that's a big stage that you usually not on. Like you talking about the football field, and most times they try to get you to fill it up as the artist. They try to get you to hit as many parts of the football field as you can as the artist. So that's tough. You know what I mean? Like that's tough. So
And wasn't he doing wardrobe change during the middle of the fucking performance too?
who, Usher?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
because he got
changed
the
that,
roller
bro.
skates.
That's a lot of fucking, bro.
Yeah, so I'm
Woo.
saying, so that's a lot. So I understand why you got to kind of rev up your show. But I
Mhm.
think Kendrick revving up his show, but you know, he's very smart too. So
Right.
he picked the right way and the right time to rev up the show. Because then when it switched over and it was in the mirrors and the all dudes in the white was hyping them up, like right after the doo-wop piece under the nightlight, the street light, which I thought was super dope. I thought that was super dope
And
piece
then
of
had
it.
one dude on top of the street lights. I
Yeah.
think that was a resemblance for people that passed away. That's what I think it was.
Might
Mhm.
be. I thought that was really fire, bro. I thought, like I said, there was a lot of dope symbolism, and I enjoyed the songs and I enjoyed the show.
Mhm.
And I've watched it a few times since just to make sure that I wasn't being prisoner of the moment. But I'm like, no, this is, and I'm glad that Apple re-uploaded it with a great mix, not the live mix they had, but they had a
Mm.
chance to actually mix the performance. If y'all get a chance, go watch the upload on NFL or Apple Music on YouTube, and you could hear the difference, and you could really catch the essence of every single thing he was doing with the show as well, without the audio issues that were happening while it was on live.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Every
go
single
ahead,
time,
Rob.
every single time I was watching it, it's like I saw something new that I didn't see before. Yeah,
It's
and
just
it's
like with his music.
yeah, and even like the smirk just became funny and funnier.
Dog. It was so much diabolical. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It was so diabolical
Yeah,
that I just was like, after this, I don't think he has to address Drake ever again.
yeah, same.
But
Now,
you know he will as soon as Drake says something else. Y'all
no,
know
I
it.
don't. I don't think. I don't think Drake will
I
be
think
that stupid.
even if Drake
He
says something,
already did, y'all. If have y'all seen the tour shit? The tour little
but
clips?
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he need to respond to that shit lame.
No.
I don't think.
Nigga,
I think
he
after this,
still gonna
with the game
respond.
over,
Hmm. Once a lame, always a lame.
How you gonna go to your own fucking show with some bulletproof sweater with smoke coming out your ass talking about I'm still alive? Shut your
Mhm.
stupid ass up, boy.
Now,
Fucking
here's the
oh.
other thing in which we may not have discussed or glanced over. Dog. SZA, she got some pipes on her.
Yes.
so I think SZA sounded really good,
Yes.
but there's something about her performance that was missing, and I don't know exactly. No, I don't know exactly what it is, but that like, you know, I felt like this was gonna be her moment to separate herself and show that she was a superstar.
No, but to me, she did. Like,
You think so?
man, her voice is incredible.
I thought she
Like,
was dope, but I don't know if I felt like she, you know what I'm saying?
go back, listen to her voice. Like, focus on her voice when she led in, and just those two songs. Like, I've glanced over Scissor. I've never really given her, much thought. Like, I enjoy her music, but I've never really like. No, she was singing. She was singing live.
Yeah, she was
Well,
singing.
I think there was parts where her vocals were in.
Mhm.
I think there were parts where her vocals were in. I think she sung live on the first record with him on
Mhm.
Luther, and I think All the Stars. I think she was lip syncing on All the Stars. I'll go watch again, but I think she was lip syncing.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and then at the end she hit that note, so it had
Yeah.
to, that got to be all her, man.
Well, no. So Michael Jackson used to do this. Michael Jackson would do pieces where there's certain lines that were
So
in the music, and then he would have pieces where he would sing the ad libs live. That's
Mhm.
like an old show trick that we would do when you do people show tape. Like,
Yeah, I don't think she did it though. But look at it, because
I watched it a few times, but I'll check again. But I
Mhm.
think she sung Luther live, which she sounded incredible. She
Mhm.
sung Luther live, but I
Good.
think there was some backing for her on
Okay.
All the Stars.
Mm.
But again, it was all good. I just, like I said, I probably grade on a harsher scale when it comes to live performances. I can admit that. But like I said, I was waiting for that like super. We're gonna be talking about that tomorrow too. Everybody's gonna be talking about what she did tomorrow as well. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like
Mhm.
she carved out her moment. And that also could be because just the moment was so big with Kendrick and what he was doing as well. It could be that could be a part of it. But I was just really hoping she gave us that. You know how you see certain things and everybody can remember that moment where you feel like somebody became a star. Like you remember that moment when like Alicia Keys did the American Music Awards. You know what I'm saying? You remember that moment where Michael Jackson did Billie Jean. You remember the moment when Kendrick did the Pop Out. You remember the moment, you know what I mean? Like there, you remember those moments, and I was kind of waiting for that moment from her. And I don't know if we got that in the performance in the show.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we got that. I
And not to say
think
it's not gonna come. I just don't think we got it yet.
no, we didn't get it yet, but I think it's coming, especially now that she has competition with Doechii, because
Hey,
Doechii
Doechii
is coming.
Fire.
Doechii performances go crazy, and she's a
Fire.
rapper.
Mhm.
Like to me, her performance already is damn near up there with Beyonce, and she just came out, and that's scary.
Yeah.
Doechii's beast, dog. That's
Even
scary.
her music videos is fire.
And there's rumors that she might be added to Kendrick's tour.
No, she's already gonna be doing a bunch of the tour with him already. They announced it.
I didn't hear the announcement.
They announced it. Yeah, she's doing a bunch of the tour with him.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, I think that's the super smart move, especially for the two of them and how they hot right now. She's been doing stadiums by herself. So I'm like, listen, I'm not taking nothing away from the girl. I think she's super dope. I'm a fan. Like, I want y'all to know that. I'm a fan. I think her pen is crazy. But like I said, I think I just want her to separate herself and get into that echelon of like Rihanna and Beyonce. Does that make sense? Like, I want her to get into that rare air because I think she could.
Wait, who are we talking about? SZA or Doechii?
Yeah, SZA.
Yeah.
No, I think SZA will, because with whatever is going on with her re-releasing or adding on to her previous projects and whatnot, I think there's a little bit of insecurity in releasing independent work.
Yeah.
But I think it's coming. I think going on tour with Kendrick and then seeing the hunger that Doechii has, I think she's gonna come with her Mona Lisa next project. I really do believe she's gonna come with it, because she's literally sandwiched in between greatness.
And where do y'all think historically Kendrick's performance will land in like the top 10 of Super Bowl? Do you think it was a top 10 Super Bowl show all time?
That's a trick question because you also have to take into consideration the audience. If you have an audience that, if you're talking to people that appreciate the essence of rap and the essence of performance, they'll say it's probably amongst the top three. If you're talking to, commercial pop audience, they'll, I don't think they will put it in top 10. Well, no, they will put it in top 10 because they got to say A minor. But
That
it
A
really,
minor, that A minor was crazy.
Man,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
That A minor with the whole stadium and they got quiet was crazy.
yeah.
And he got that fat ass. That shit blinged out, nigga. That ain't no baby diamonds, nigga. You can see that motherfucker, nigga. Those diamonds was dancing.
Yeah, man. It was. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I wouldn't come back outside, man. I wouldn't come back outside,
Hey,
nigga.
if I was
Got
Drake,
it.
I'll be on Indeed right now. Submit my resume to real estate to start
Well,
selling real estate, nigga.
Something.
I would need a career change. Like, how you go outside after that?
how you think his album does on Friday?
I think it's gonna do okay. I think it's still gonna do okay.
Hmm.
He still has fans. Drake has his stands and his fans. I think he's gonna do okay.
Even as they're trolling him in Australia.
All right. So I knew she was gonna ask this. Damn it, Shannon. So she said top 10 Super Bowl performance. Oh yeah, that A was a slanted A in the PG Lang logo. It wasn't for A minor like we thought, but it still was gangster.
But it's still no. That's the what you call that? The entendre, whatever you call it. That's
Double
what I think it
entendre.
is. Yeah, that's what I think it is. Come on.
All right,
now.
so Shannon, I don't know if I can give my whole top 10 because I gotta excuse me. This is something I'll have to think about.
Not necessarily. You can just go right off the dome with it.
Off the dome.
Yeah.
I know MJ was number one for me.
Absolutely. I agree with you on that one.
Prince wasn't my number one. Michael Jackson was number one. I don't think nothing topped that. And Michael Jackson started this whole trend. That show was the beginning of superstars doing the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say number one, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Number two, Prince, because he played Purple Rain and it actually started raining.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, I'm gonna say Beyonce halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Number four, I'm gonna go with Bruno Mars halftime.
Forgot about that one.
Number five,
Stevie.
Who else did the halftime show recently? I don't think Rihanna be in my top five. She'll be in the top 10, but not top five. Oh, I did. I like the Coldplay halftime show.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the Coldplay halftime show.
Wait, Bruno Mars has done two Super Bowl? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he did one with Beyonce.
Beyonce. Okay.
Oh yeah, Dr. Dre will probably be in my top five. You right?
Mm-hmm.
Dre will be my number five. Prince, MJ, Bruno, Beyonce. Yeah, that'll be my top five too, Pandora. Because the Dre halftime show was a part.
Right of West Coast.
So yeah.
That shit was fun.
So I don't think Kendrick knocks anybody out of that top five.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he knocked anybody out of that top five with that show. So he'll probably be top 10. He'll probably come after Rihanna and before Black Eyed Peas on my top 10. Prince, yeah, he's not knocking Prince off. Well, mine would be reversed though. MJ would be one for me. Prince would be two. Bruno Mars 3, Beyonce 4, Dre Day 5. Yeah, and then Kendrick would probably be like 6 or 7. Yeah, the Dre show won an Emmy. It was an incredible performance. It was an incredible the way they put the whole show together. Like whoever did the musical direction, which I think was actually Dr. Dre, was kind of incredible. The songs they picked and the songs they chose, the order in which they did the show, I think that was damn near.
His fat ass looking like a sausage hanging from the motherfucking ceiling.
I think that was damn near a perfect show. I think that was damn near perfect. But like I said, Prince playing Purple Rain and it actually started raining. That's just magical.
Classic.
You know what I'm saying? There's just something magical about that. So, yeah. What about you, Shannon? Give me your top five.
So
what's your top five, Shannon?
Y'all didn't like Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson?
I did. It'll probably be top 10. It'll probably be top
You know
10
what I'm saying? I'm like,
before the
what
titty
is
pop.
what?
Before the titty pop, that'll
Yeah.
probably been my top
Oh,
10. Cause that was a good set.
Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. Yeah.
No,
no,
no.
nigga, no.
I'm talking about the volume off.
You asshole. Rob. Pandora said,
Shakira.
I've been to a few Kendrick concerts. His live performances are much better as far as production. This and the pop out is most subdued in my opinion. I agree, Pandora. And like I said, I think that because of the sheer volume of what he had to do and was trying to do in 13 minutes, I think it felt a little subdued just because, like I said, I know he had to use breath control. He had to get all those words out. He couldn't hear himself. Everything sounded like an echo. It's like one of the weirdest, craziest places to play. So I get, like I said, I get all of that. And it makes sense. And even with all that being said, I think he did a great show.
I think on top of that, that performance he did with Beyonce too. That shit was killer too.
So let me
Yeah.
ask you this question. So this was Jay-Z's last concert selected for the Super Bowl. Where do you think the Super Bowl goes from here now?
Super white.
Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
But this is the problem. Rock and roll is not doing well right now.
They're gonna
Rock
find
and roll
some
as a genre, so they might try to go country, you know, or do something like Jelly Roll or Teddy Swims or some shit like that. I think they'll try to go total opposite, but I think this is also shown the shows that he's picked thus far. He did the J-Lo and Shakira too, right? That was one of his picks. Pandora said he renewed the contract. Yeah, I think this has shown the importance of hip hop in that space. I think the Rihanna pick, the Beyonce pick, I think all those things have shown how big and important it is, and I don't think the NFL is gonna forget that.
Of course not.
In my opinion.
This shit's going down in history, man. Come on now. It's like we'll remember all the trash Super Bowl performances that was trash. So this is going down in history. You can't.
It's definitely going down in history.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, there are so many historic implications because he did that show in front of Donald Trump. Like going down in history for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. You got
Samuel L. Jackson researching, Rob. What you over there researching, Rob?
I'm looking at the Jay-Z's contract with the Super Bowl. I'm trying to find out. So this stuff says relates to 2024.
Jim said the NFL will forget it. They're going to whitewash the shit out of it. Nope. When they go back to mediocre whiteness, they'll be begging for niggas to come back.
Because it ain't going to be a lot of niggas watching the fucking Super Bowl unless it's their team.
Because you got so many people who watch the halftime show without watching the game. And they know that. Like, they know that. So we'll see. Like, you try to whitewash it, you're going to lose a lot of bread, actually. That's the crazy thing. As much as they're the majority, you know, we spend the money. Oh, Shannon said, who her five? This the super duper group for today, huh? MJ, Prince, Dre, Kendrick, and Beyonce. Okay, so Kendrick made it into your top five. Okay. She said he renewed the contract October 2024.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Look, they voted in less mediocre white man to the White House. 25 million. Oh, he did that quietly. He quietly re-upped that. Got a quick quiet 25 million, huh?
So then who do you think could potentially be on the cusp for next year? Let me get your three.
Ooh. No. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know who you think. I have no clue. I don't know. Hold on, I'll be right back. Y'all talk about who y'all think gonna be there. I'll be right back.
Who could it be? Who you got, right?
That's a good question, man.
Next year, wait, where's it gonna be next year?
Ain't it gonna be out here? Or is it gonna be? I think it's gonna be out here next year. No? Am I lying? I think I'm lying.
Let me see. Super Bowl 2025. It's going to be. Oh, it's going to be in California.
Yeah, it's supposed to be out here. So that's why Wayne was tripping, like, yo, why but I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know. I mean,
I think it'll be a pop act. That's what I think. I think it'll be a pop act.
Jim said they should do a Drake response halftime show.
Oh,
That would
geez.
actually be
that would
hilarious.
be crazy.
That would
That'd
actually be hilarious. It's in the back. I think they're gonna do some shit like Chapel Roan. You know what I'm saying? I think they
Ooh.
might do some Chapel Roan type shit, or who's the other guy? The guy who always flipping in his songs. But the only
Wait.
problem is they don't have enough of a catalog, so I don't know if they would get it. They might have to do like a bunch of the new stars.
Unless you give it to Taylor.
Yeah.
Hell no, man. I'm tired of seeing this woman. Stop saying
Well,
her
but
name.
she would be a huge draw. She'd be a huge get, and she'll be the
Mm.
perfect whitewash to come after Kendrick.
Nobody
Like,
watching that
so-
shit, man.
I'd
Oh,
say
Billie
you.
Eilish. Now, Billie Eilish, I will
Eilish.
rock with Billie
Ooh,
Eilish.
I'll watch it.
I will
I love
rock
Billie.
with a Billie Eilish
I love
halftime.
Billy.
And I think she got enough of a catalog to actually pull it off. I don't think Chapel got enough songs. I don't think Shabuzi got enough songs that are known enough to do that. But Billie Eilish,
Yeah.
I support that. And you know what? It's hard to think about who. It's hard to think about who could do it next year because Kendrick was such the clear pick because I think he had one of the best years ever in music, not just hip hop, like one of the best years ever in music, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, I rock with Billie Eilish. I think Billie Eilish should be and she actually does a good performance. Now, who I would like to see do a halftime show, I would like to see Tyler the Creator halftime show.
Oh,
I would like to see because you know he would turn that shit into what's the name of his carnival? What's the name of his festival? But that's not the name of the festival. I hate Post Malone, but he'll probably could do it. Yeah.
Oh, didn't he do that pre-show or some shit like that?
Coach your vulture ass. No, he did a halftime show with Beyonce.
No, Post Malone. He did. I swear he did some type of.
Oh, I'm not sure. I know he did the coach. Yeah. Anyway, but no, because you know I hate when people get in and use hip hop and then go all like extra white, like they didn't use hip hop to get in the door. I hate that. That hurts my nerves.
Like Tony Rich.
Sabrina Carpenter.
yeah.
I think super dope, but I just don't think she got the catalog yet. The thing about the Super Bowl, you gotta have enough popular songs to like do the whole thing.
I'm reaching. Tim's?
Nah, nope. Tim's ain't big enough. Nah, Tim's ain't nearly big enough to do the Super Bowl.
So fine. Oh my lord.
That's your yeah. You want your own personal Super Bowl, nigga. We talking about everybody.
Yeah, you're right. I'm probably thinking for myself. You're right. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who they choose for next year because they should be announcing it soon, right?
No, they won't announce it probably until.
Don't they announce it closer to when it's about to happen?
No, they announced
Kendrick.
They announced Kendrick early.
Was it?
I don't think it would be a black performer either, Shannon. I don't. That's why I said I wish it could be Tyler because I know that would go crazy, especially him in the Super Bowl. But I don't think it's gonna be a black performer next year either. I think they're gonna, try to whitewash it up a little bit.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do a nostalgic act too.
Yeah.
California. I don't want to see the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Watching Anthony nowadays is.
Didn't they do it already?
Yeah. I'm trying to think like what nostalgia California act could do it.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of nostalgia California acts you could do, really. But you know what? That might be the way they go. They might go with like some old school act, some old school rock act or something.
Like I said, rock and roll, dog.
Like some Guns N' Roses or some shit. Guns N' Roses reunion. It would be dope. You would have to reunite like a dope. You would have to reunite somebody who ain't played together no more. You know what I'm saying? Like to make it something exciting. You have to get some band together, like maybe like how they did I don't know if y'all saw when they did the like the Live Aid for to raise money. A Nirvana reunion with Dave Grohl's daughter singing, and then a couple of other like famous singers coming in, step in. If they did something like that for halftime show, I would be all with it.
Oh fuck!
What?
Please don't let them reach out to Linkin Park. I think that would be a travesty to hear that girl singing in Chester's.
Yeah, and that might be exactly the shit they do. They just need to bring in a "We Are the World" type shit.
like thinking about this, like I want to see a nostalgic act, and then I want to see the two bandmates that hate each other start fighting on the stage. That's what I want to see, like Dave Guerrero and whatever that guy's name. I never did like you.
Yeah,
I'm bring Ozzy Osbourne's Click. Put him on stage. Fuck it.
I don't think Ozzy can sing no more.
Hell no, that motherfucker so coked out. It's not funny.
I think that's he retired. No, I think he came like barely move on stage. I think he actually retired. But that's what I'm saying. It'd be like Aerosmith or some shit like that.
Yeah, like something like that. Like
even though they did it before too.
Didn't they retire?
Who?
No, no, they still do. I think they still doing stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all in all, good show. SZA, French Kiss.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. When do you think they would give Chris Brown a chance? I don't know, but I think they should. They would absolutely
women and doing drugs and shit.
No,
I think they won't just. I think they won't just because of all the backlash they'll receive, and they'll be too scared to deal with it.
Here's the thing. I'm sorry.
Maybe
to
that's
say,
country. I think so.
Right. We'll probably be fucking Beyonce doing all the little country and then her little famous track.
No, I think they go actual country, like Lainey Wilson or some shit like that. I think they go actual country.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, but I'll be looking forward to seeing it. Well, shit. Thank everybody for joining. Thank everybody for this quick recap of the halftime show. I knew Mars was gonna love it. I knew Mars was gonna give it an A++. I kind of figured Lil Red was gonna give it an A++. Yeah,
from
Chris
a nigga
Stapleton would
standpoint,
be big.
Yeah.
Chris Stapleton would be big. Yep, that'll be like a dope artist to do the halftime show. But yeah. So, well, thank y'all for joining this special.
Wait. No, okay. The special's over, but I want 5 minutes. We're gonna talk sports right now. Luka land. So,
shit.
So over under Luka 30 points.
No, he's gonna pay himself. He's not gonna do nothing crazy, but he's gonna go off. Yes.
He on a minutes restriction, so I say under 30. Only because he on a minutes restriction. But I know he been aching to get back on the court, and he said he wanted to go off. He told Rick Carlisle, "You better be glad I ain't playing today."
Yeah, you better be glad I ain't playing.
So you getting an angry Luka today too, so he might go off. So we'll see.
Go crazy. He gonna go crazy. Watch.
So let's bet, Mars. I say $5. He's under 30.
I'm going to go. Damn, minutes restriction. I think that's a good bet, under 30.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna remember this shit.
But I think the players are gonna love playing with him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Of course. What do you mean? Of course.
He's about to make Jackson Hayes look like he gonna get Jackson Hayes paid.
Oh, okay, that's a fair bet. Jackson Hayes, 15 points, 12 boards, over or under?
Oh, ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna say under. Only because I feel like Luka and LeBron is gonna take the brunt of the shots tonight. I'm gonna say under.
I'm gonna say over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And remember, we got this on tape, so we can come back and
we can come back to this motherfucker because I feel like he gonna because he been playing good. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like he'll go over. Yeah.
Okay.
And if he don't, then hey, oh well, fuck it.
All right. Well, is the game on yet? The game started.
It's about to.
All right, cool. Well, the game about to start, so I'm about to get the hell up out of here. I gotta watch the start. I gotta watch the dawning of a new day. God damn, it's a new day.
Gotta watch my Luka Magic, man.
Say that Luka want the money. Woo!
Bittersweet feeling. Bittersweet feeling.
Woo!
That was funny. I'm gonna watch it as well.
All right.
Luka Magic.
And I'm
man.
sure we'll probably be chatting. We'll be on the chat talking about the game as it goes. So
Okay.
I'll see y'all in a minute. Welcome to the beginning of the Luka era. Shouts out to K. Dot. SZA killing the Super Bowl. We out
Yeah.
here.
Stop the world, let me off. I don't like this destination. I like a transfer to the express line. I gotta get off. Electric slide into the devil doors of life. Things are changing and it ain't the way I like. On the replay, wish I could get a replay. Don't mean to hold ya, but I wanna do over. Gas up the ship, shoot me a text and let me know when it is time. I wanna get off, I wanna get off. 1 star, would not recommend that we go far from here. I wanna get off, I wanna get off. Stop the world.
A music podcast for the culture. Wow, wow, thoughts.
Just go, no matter